the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Heading into the 2024 elections, one of the topical issues about fundamentals of the economy. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and our CEOs for Asia discuss issues regarding Ghana's economy. No say economy be a big boom one. It depends highly on the private sector. Now, CEOs for lay down the various plans and in Shishaya during His Excellency Nana for the government, and no as Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia government, are to aboard the private sector. Now, 2024 indicators say the highest ever GDP growth in the Fourth Republic reported in the last quarter of 2024. Now, okay, these are the various plans or there to the Ghanaian economy. So, over here, President, in points like flat rate at the port, tax amnesty, the building upon the Ghana card, biometric data now, provided finance, a lot of Ghana over 100% for any access to financial inclusion. Na nkofo bebre na NG into nine abeye krabeshe. Ghana's economy is one of the leading when it comes to financial inclusion in the whole of Africa. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia laid down these particular plans. So obey President of the Republic of Ghana from 2024 to 2028 obe building upon His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo and the current government from 2020 to 2024. Yankoti Nkomodia on CEOs for a year.
Just 4 weeks away, I have traveled across several cities, towns, and villages to seek the mandate of the people in whom ultimate sovereignty of this great nation resides. I have seen and heard from Ghanaians, from diverse groupings and persuasions, women, men, young people, the aged, professors, professionals, non-professionals, Kaya, who are the headquarters, the unemployed, and several equally important groups. As CEOs, I believe you have engaged different constituents. It is that I have looked forward to the maiden edition of the Presidential Manifesto Gala, themed Reigniting the Business Economy, a manifesto for innovation, accountability, and sustainable development, as an important opportunity to share ideas that will benefit our people. I must say, this theme is in line with the content of the 2024 manifesto of the New Patriotic Party, which is titled Selfless Leadership, Bold Solutions for Jobs and Business. Ladies and gentlemen, as a distinguished group of Ghanaians, CEOs, your contributions can elevate Ghana's political discourse from sheer rhetoric and disingenuous manipulation of information to real issue-based civic discourse. This is what I have championed over the years, a focus on issue-based and data-backed public conversations. One such topic is how to reignite the business economy of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may all be aware, Bawumia means business. From being a banker to vice president to presidential candidate of the MPP, my commitment to business development has been consistent. The reason is simple. When businesses do well, the economy does well, and vice versa. Show me a buoyant national economy in any part of the world, and I'll show you strong and resilient businesses behind it. Indeed, as many of you are fully aware, the Ghanaian economy and subsequently many Ghanaian businesses have suffered from the malaise of the recent global economic crisis, the worst crisis the world has seen since 1933. Our inflation rate rose to as high as 54% in 2022, with attendant currency depreciation. Our debt levels also increased significantly. I would like to take this opportunity to show gratitude to the Ghanaian people, especially the business community and bondholders, for the sacrifices you all made in supporting government's efforts to restructure our debts and safeguard the economy. However, the good news is that the Ghanaian economy is recovering. The Ghanaian economy expanded by 4.8% in quarter one and 6.9% in quarter two of 2024, the highest quarterly GDP growth in the past 5 years. Non-oil GDP growth was equally strong, with a growth rate of 5.6% in the first half of 2024, far higher than the 3.8% growth rate in the first half of 2023. The industry sector experienced an average 8% in the first half of 2024. The agriculture and service sectors also expanded by 5% and 4.4% respectively in the first half of 2024. It is important to note, ladies and gentlemen, that notwithstanding the impact of the global economic crisis on our economy, it may come as a shock to some that when it comes to the Fourth Republic, my opponent in this election, my main opponent, the former president, has the worst economic performance of all presidents in the Fourth Republic. However, he does not seem to understand that and continues to talk about economic performance as if his was better. The data shows that virtually in all sectors of the economy, jobs created, gross international reserves, primary balance, trade balance, GDP, agricultural growth, industry growth, our government, notwithstanding the global crisis, COVID and all, even in the midst of the global crisis, has outperformed the Mahama government. Our government has created 2.6 million jobs between 2017 and 2024, notwithstanding the global crisis. And this is the highest job creation of any government in the Fourth Republic. Gross international reserves increased from an average of 5.8 billion in his period to an average of 7.6 billion between 2017 and 2023. And our primary balance compared to GDP averaged 1.31% over the period of 2013 to 2016 when he was president, compared to 0.79% between 2017 and 2023. Ghana's trade balance, that is the difference between our exports and imports, prior to 2017 was in persistent deficit for the best part of 30 years. And between 2013 and 2016, the trade deficit averaged $2.5 billion. But this has improved significantly to its surplus that has averaged almost $1.9 billion between 2017 and 2023. On GDP growth, it is worth noting that between 2013 and 2016, Ghana's GDP growth averaged 3.9%. During our first term, this 2017 to 2020, GDP growth increased to an average of 5.3%. Following COVID and the global shutdown, Ghana's GDP growth has declined to an average of 4.74% between 2017 and 2023. So our post-COVID growth rate is still higher than the growth rate he left us with without a global crisis. Agricultural GDP growth increased from an average of 2.9% between 2013 and 2016 to an average of 4.5% between 2017 and 2023. And I must just add that Ghana in the whole of Africa now is the third highest food secure country on the continent in terms of food security. South Africa is first, Kenya is second, Ghana is third. And that means we must be doing something right in the agricultural sector. Industrial growth also followed a similar trend. After averaging 3.3% between 2013 and 2016, it has increased to an average of 4.12% between 2017 and 2023. In addition to outperforming the Mahama government in almost all these areas of the economy, our government has equally implemented more social interventions like free senior high school and free TVET. We have delivered more infrastructure, roads, railway, hospitals, schools, sports facilities, sanitation facilities, courts, fish landing sites, and so on across the country, notwithstanding the challenges the economy inherited and the global economic crisis that ensued. We have also digitalized the economy through various initiatives and implemented initiatives like the Ghana card and mobile money interoperability. What all analysts from the IMF to the rating agencies agree on is that the Ghanaian economy will grow even faster next year. In fact, Nsem-Pii puts its growth forecast for the Ghanaian economy in 2025 at an impressive 5.4%. I am even more optimistic that it is possible for us to hit 6% next year. And if, with your vote, we are able to implement the business-friendly initiatives which I have outlined in the MPP manifesto, some of which I will highlight this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ghanaian economy has seen significant progress on several fronts, but we still have challenges. Many of you CEOs, especially those of you who do business outside Ghana, will know that the challenges we face are common in or to our sub-regional peers, and even throughout the global economy. More than ever, there is a need for continuous innovation if we are to triumph over the challenges that we face as a country. This is why I am proposing to upgrade Ghana through innovative bold solutions. It is important to note that the MPP government has demonstrated policy innovation in tackling some of the most challenging issues in our country in the last few years. In education, for example, we implemented a free senior high school and free TVET policy despite the odds. And the records show now that Ghana has the second highest education quality in Africa after Tunisia. In health, we have digitalized records of patients, simplified the NHIS enrollment process, and extended its coverage. Government is working on the ambitious Agenda 111 project. In this most ambitious health infrastructural project, we aim to improve the well-being of Ghanaians, increase life expectancy, and employ about 72,000 workers. Today, ladies and gentlemen, Ghana also has the largest medical drone delivery service in the world, and our drones are delivering medicines to 2,700 hospitals and health facilities across the world. In industry, our industrial policy has brought in 12 major vehicle manufacturing multinational companies, including Nissan, Volkswagen, Toyota, Peugeot, Suzuki, Kia, Honda, and Hyundai. A successful policy rollout, which again is now being frustrated by delays in passing the law, the Customs Amendment Bill of 2024, which will offer zero-rate custom tariffs for the inputs for assembling vehicles. We've also introduced a gold for oil policy aimed at reducing the continued dependence on foreign exchange to finance imports of oil products. Again, we have sought to formalize the largely informal Ghanaian economy by introducing digital property addressing system, a digital property address system in Ghana. And so today, whereas when we came into office, we had a major challenge with addresses for homes in villages and everywhere, we opted to go digital, leverage on GPS technology. And so today, every house, every part of Ghana, everywhere has a digital address. And therefore, we have solved that problem that we inherited. That's not all. The fourth industrial revolution is now underway. It is changing our world. And the Internet of Things is disrupting intelligent industries, artificial intelligence, through the digitalization drive. Through the digitalization drive, I have proven my knowledge of the issues and my readiness to guide Ghana, especially our young people, to take advantage of digital technologies to innovate and transform. And when I talk about digitalization, we digitalize not for the sake of digital, not for the sake of technology, but digitalize to solve economic problems. All the digitalization initiatives are aimed specifically at solving problems. If you're a nation without a national ID database, that is not a luxury to digitalize and have one. If you don't have an address system, it's not a luxury. You will digitalize and have that. If only 4% of your population has tax identification numbers, 4%, and through digitalization you can increase it in 1 year to 85%. That is not a luxury. That is very, very important for you to do. If you don't have financial inclusion, when we came in, 70% of the population had no access to bank accounts. 70%. Most of the population had mobile money accounts. And we said, well, how can we convert the mobile money accounts into bank accounts? Then came the idea of mobile money interoperability. We put the mobile companies and the banks on one platform, made it interoperable. And therefore today you move money between bank accounts and mobile accounts and different telcos. And Ghana has therefore now become the fastest growing mobile money market on the continent. And today, Ghana is the only country on the African continent with 100% access to financial inclusion. Only country on the continent. Because in 2017, that when we did mobile money interoperability, you are going to get every Ghanaian will practically be able to have a bank account. Many people didn't quite understand that. There were even jokes about how can every Ghanaian have a bank account. But today, because of mobile money interoperability, with 100% access to financial inclusion, the mobile money account practically operates as a bank account. And many people today don't even go to the banks. They just use their mobile accounts and move money across, and so anybody who wants a mobile account can get one anytime, so that's the essence in which our mobile account is a bit different. So we're digitalizing to solve problems, not for the luxury of digitalization. The